Welcome back, YouTube. So in this video, we're going to go over how I maintain my saw throughout the year while I'm cutting firewood. Not like a snowblower that at the end of the year you do specific maintenance to it and then it gets put away. I tend to cut firewood all year long, so the saw is not really put away for an extended period of time, but I just wanted to go over how I periodically throughout cutting season maintain my saw. I've been cutting a couple times a week for a few months, so it's time to clean up the saw, just make sure everything's good. I start off by initially, I'll just blow all the sawdust and junk off of it before I start tearing things apart. Make sure you wear your eye protection. And I forgot to tell you in the beginning, the most I'm going to use is my scrunch here. I don't think I'm going to need any other tools other than something to scrape out the bar with. Next, I'm going to take off the bar and chain. Lots of sawdust and oil in there to get cleaned out. We'll loosen up this chain a little bit. Okay, got the chain off, the bar off. Just use a rag, clean off excess sawdust and oil there. And then for the bar, just need something small enough to get in here and clean out crap out of there. Get a lot of that out of there. Normally what I'll do, especially if I need to change my chain or something happens in the woods when I need to tear the bar off, I have I think it's from West Coast Saw, the Raker depth gauge. It's a very thin piece of metal that gets in there and you can scrape that out. Right now I just have, it's a pumpkin carving knife here. We just need something that'll fit in that. See how there's still more coming out of there. Get that crap out of there. And then your oiler holes here, need to make sure they're cleaned out, which you can do with compressed air here. So I'll show you, this one is, oh, it's pretty clean. It might be hard to see in the video, but if you look in there, you can see light coming through there. This one's packed with sawdust. Now we're cleaned out and you can see light through there. I don't know if you can see that on the video. Make sure those are clear. If those get clogged, you won't be oiling your chain. You'll burn it up, burn your bar up. So that's about it for the bar. Your cover here, you can sit here and scrape some out, but mostly what I do is I'll just use air. I'm gonna run outside, spray this out. I'll be right back. Okay, a couple minutes with air. We're all cleaned up. Like I say, we're not cleaning this to put it away for months at a time. This is just what I do every, I don't know, month or so, just whenever I feel like it needs it. I get a little extra time. That's it for that. We'll do the same thing on there with the air, but first I'm going to take the top cover off. Not much in there. Next I'll do is I'll just use air again, blow out all the dust out of here and clean that out. Be right back. Okay, a little bit of air. Looks pretty good. Got all that blown out of there. My air filter is pretty new, but that's the next thing. That's the only other thing really I would do on here. We can take it off. Yeah, it's still pretty clean. I don't think there's any need to change that. Just throw that back on. All right, so we'll get that top cover back on. Now we'll just get the bar and chain back on. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to tighten this up a little bit before I put the cover on. Right. Just make sure we run freely. Inevitably, if I don't do that, my chain's off the sprocket in the back and I don't realize it and I got to tear it all apart again. So we'll put the cover back on. Dog back on. Finger tight our nuts here. And then we'll tighten up our bar. We'll tighten up our chain. What I do is I hold my bar up because there's a little bit of play in it. If you can see that on the video here, maybe there's just, you can see I'm holding down the saw so it's not, there is play there. So what I do is I hold that up. I'll even lift the saw up a little bit off the ground. And then we tighten that chain up. Pretty good there, just give this a little bit. And then while I'm still holding the bar up, I'll tighten one of these nuts up here. Okay, so the bar is going to stay up now. We can tighten that other nut up. Now I double check my chain is still free. On my 20-inch and 24-inch bar, I've got grease holes in the front tip of the bar. So at this time, or I'll do this every time I fuel up, but right now I'll do it again. But I'll give this a couple pumps. Use gloves or a rag so you don't cut yourself. That was 2 pumps. Let's see here. Third one, you can see grease is starting to come out. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. And on there, 2 pumps, grease is coming out the bottom. At this point, the only other thing I'll do is I'll touch up the chain a little bit. I'll sharpen it, give it a couple files. Okay guys, so that was my periodic maintenance through my cutting season that I do. I'll do that depending on how much I'm cutting, once a month, every couple months. But like I say, I cut all year long. As long as there's free wood to cut, I'm cutting it while it's available. And I'm ready to go for a couple more months, other than if I need to file my chain. All right, guys, so I thank you for watching. Leave me a comment. What do you guys do for your periodic maintenance on your saws? Anything I should do, shouldn't be doing, different? You like it, you don't like it? Leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up, and we would love for you to subscribe. But we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.